So it's 6/10/2025, and right now we are experiencing riots in Los Angeles, California. Let's look at this through the lens of dog culture and just a wide perspective. So, first, we're going to go back to 1992. So, we're over here on the internet. Check out this little cursor. We're looking at the 1992 LA riots. So, something that sparked those riots was the beating of Rodney King by the police officers. So there's a lot to understand about this. I'll put some links in the description. But most people probably have heard of this or remember it. 1992, there was a huge riot going on because police beat the heck out of this guy and they had no need to be so violent on him. And it does make sense because that could have easily maddened a bunch of people. But let's look also back at something else that happened in 1992. So, in 1992, California was also experiencing these historic pit bull articles, is what we're looking at right now. So, around 1992, many people in California were killed or mauled by pit bulls. And these stories were covered maybe for like a minute in a local newspaper, or they were ignored, or non-disclosure agreements were filed because Los Angeles probably had to pay millions, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in lawsuits. And I'm just scrolling around the internet here to show you some of this stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of pit bull attacks that happened around 1992 that got no coverage. These victims had their organs splayed out all over the sidewalk, and people turned a blind eye, and they worried about Rodney King. I'm not saying they shouldn't worry about Rodney King, but what I'm pointing out here is that, pit bulls are attacking, like look at this one. A pit bull attacks a boy and has to be shot. This was back in September 26th of 1992. And people don't give a shit about that. A little boy gets killed by a pit bull. People just, whatever. They throw a cigarette in their mouth, toss a bag of Cheetos down their throat, and they go start a riot. So it's very curious how this dog culture gets away with so much crap. And so I wanted to show you guys this 1992 stuff because now we're going to fast forward to today and it's the same stuff. So here's what's going on today. We have the 2025 LA riots, and they're sparked by the federal immigration. Everybody has an opinion on this, and it's such a divisive and point of contention in our society. The Marines have been deployed. Governor Gavin Newsom is talking trash about Donald Trump. Donald Trump is talking trash about Gavin Newsom. Everybody in society is talking trash about both of those people and hating on each other and starting riots, burning cars, all of that stuff, spending your taxpayer money to fix this problem. But a problem that's been going on for a long time in California, like I showed you back in 1992, and even 10 times worse today. Look at what we're looking at right here. Los Angeles has seen an increase in dog attacks on children, particularly during times when the kids were at home, during the pandemic, family pets, and neighborhood dogs. Okay, so many kids are being sent to be cremated, to have their organs removed and donated and be buried in the ground because of dogs. And people turn a blind eye. They stuff their head right up their ass. But then they're going to go riot over immigration things. Yet their fellow citizens, including many immigrants that they claim they want to protect, are being mauled by dogs. Just have a look at any of these stories. 2 family dogs kill a 5-year-old girl. Children possibly among 2 hospitalized in Southern California dog attack. Story after story after story. It's worse and worse every freaking hour. Okay, so we are talking about Immigrants come into California, right? Well, have you ever heard of Diane Whipple? Diane Whipple was an immigrant that came to California, and she was killed by a dog. There's many stories that you can check out. Here's one: the horrific killing of Diane Whipple. So, I'm just showing you guys the story about Diane Whipple because, you know, you guys are so concerned about immigrants that, you know, what about Diane Whipple? January 26, 2001 in San Francisco. She's a lacrosse teacher. Her and many other people are killed in California by these. Go ahead and read this right here. Deadly dog attacks. Another immigrant in California, Lexis Salas, was killed by dogs in Madera County. Okay, but where are the riots? You have dogs literally killing your fellow humans, and you slap duct tape over your eyes, shove your head up your ass, and ignore it. But if it's the cool thing to riot about immigrants, well, oh yeah, you'll do it. You'll burn your cities to the ground. So something is not right with this dog culture. It's allowed to get away with everything that everybody claims to hate. So something is not right on either side of this. And, look at any of these stories if you guys want. California man dies after being mauled by his own dogs. His own dogs, right? And of course, look at this. XL bullies. Freaking nasty, sick, gross dogs, guys. Oh, yeah. 4 dogs fatally maul man working at California home. Could that man have been one of those immigrants that you guys claim to want to support? Yes, he could be. And speaking of immigrants and everything else, look at this. Compton. What do you think the skin color and ethnicity of that guy in Compton was? Yeah, it's the skin color and ethnicity of the people that the rioters claim to want to support. Simi Valley man speaks out after witnessing pit bull attack. $7.5 million award for pit bull attack rehomed from LA Animal Control. $7.5 million is what the California taxpayers are paying for just that lawsuit. How many lawsuits do you think happen like that? Look at this story right here. Let me bring this focus in a little better. This guy right here that I'm circling with the cursor, he was a father of 3, and he was killed because of a traumatic attack from pit bull dogs. So, while you guys are rioting, you're allowing people to die from dog attacks. Like, what the hell are you freaking thinking? You could easily save so many lives, help so many children, help so many babies by eliminating these nasty dogs, but instead, you're going to throw a riot. Okay. And last but not least is our California dog bite problem playlist. So I've put together some videos, and you can go back, like this one right here, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 1 year ago, all the way up to like 8 years ago. I have some from 12 years ago. But California has been throwing their children, their senior citizens, their immigrants, their teachers, their security guards. This man right here, we were just mentioning him right here, a Compton man killed by dogs. Even police dogs are attacking children, and the lawsuits from those police dogs, yeah, all of these people being mauled, killed, set up to have lifetime of facial surgeries from dog attacks. And nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to throw a riot about it. Nobody's mad at Governor Newsom. Nobody's mad at Trump. Nobody's mad at these dogs. Oh, they're so precious. The child just played too hard. Like, guys, look at the picture of this poor child. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of children get attacked and shredded like that by dogs in California while you guys are rioting about immigration policies. So yeah, something is not right with dog culture. It gets to do 10 times worse than things that we will riot about. And these California riots right now, 2025, prove it. And like I showed you right here, 1992, when those riots were going on in 1992, California citizens were being put in the emergency room by dogs. Plenty of articles about it, plenty of first-hand stories from police officers too. I will find them and put them in the description for you guys to check out. See y'all later.